Hello and welcome. My name is Sandra Kreitenberg, and in this commission plan training we're going to be talking about your organisational commissions. This is a very exciting training because it's all about how you can leverage your business. First of all, let's look at who makes up your organisation. And very simply, it's every business associate in your team, whether you've personally introduced them or they've been introduced by your team. Your team or your organization also is made up of all of the customers introduced by everybody in your team, plus all the customers referred by their customers, and so on and so on. So it can once again be a massive amount of people, and this is where leverage really comes into its own. So our organisational commissions we've just discussed are based on everybody in your team and their customers. But let's have a look how they're calculated. Your commissions are calculated on your rank and on your personal customer points. Now, this is your organisational commission, so it's very different to how you're paid on your personal customers. It's purely paid on your rank, but you also need personal customer points to earn at each rank. So let's take a look at that. On the right of your screen, you can see each rank and the number of personal customer points that you need at each rank. I know that we've covered this before, but it's important that we have a reminder here. Now, each rank has to have the required number of customer points. That's personal customer points. It's not points that come from your organisational customers. These are personal customer points. So there's a small crossover here, but you have to have these points every single calendar month to earn at that rank's percentage, and you'll understand the percentages as we go along. Now, if your personal customer points are less than the required number for each rank in any given month, then your percentages that you're paid for that month will drop. It's going to be determined by the number of points, and I'm going to give you an example here. Let's look at the team coordinator rank. We can see here that team coordinators need 10 personal customer points every month to earn the percentage. Now, I know that your team coordinators earn 15% on their front line and so on. For the team coordinator to earn that 15%, they need 10 personal customer points. But let's say that person's points has dropped to 60, or they have got to team coordinator before they got the points. Then their commissions are going to be paid at team leader percentages, because you can see that they have more than the required number for team leader, which is only 5. They've got 6, so they're paid at team leader percentages until their personal customer points increase to the corresponding number to their rank. So as soon as the team coordinator has 10 personal customer points every month, then their commissions will be paid at that rank. Otherwise, they'll go up and down. So, they're really only going to go up and down because this is quite a small number of personal customer points. They'll probably fluctuate a little bit in the early stages of building the business, but once your business is built, then 10 customer points, even 50 customer points for that matter, is not going to be a problem. So just bear that in mind as you're going through the ranks, that you do need to keep your eye on your personal customer points. So let's have a look at your ranks and the percentages that you earn. Now, we've already discussed how you advance rank, but it is going to be recapped here. That's unavoidable because you need to see it to see the increase in your percentages. So we remember that when you joined Jubilee and purchased a credit package, you became a team member. Now, your role here as a business associate, if you so choose, is to introduce other business associates. The first 3 people that you introduce to Jubilee that purchase a license will be business associates, but when they purchase their first credit package, you will earn 5% on those credit packages. So let's take a look here. You've got 3 team members that you've introduced. They've each purchased a credit package. You'll earn 5% of whichever package they've purchased. So if they purchased a bronze, you'll get $32.40, a silver $96.50, or the gold $168.75. Now, all 3 could have purchased the gold, so you'll get that amount there by 3, or they could have been 1 each. It doesn't really matter. You're going to earn 5% on each one of these credit packages. Now the reason that we say 5% on your first 3 is because you'll see, or you will remember, that to move from team member to team leader you need 3 team members. So at this point in time you're going to advance rank to a team leader. And as a team leader your percentage increases. You will now earn 10% on all credits purchased by everybody on your front line. So whether that's new business associates joining and purchasing credit package or existing business associates replacing their credit packages or buying more credits, whatever it is, you'll earn 10% every time from everybody on your front line once you're a team leader. And as you can see, the 10% on the bronze is $65.80 right up to $337.50. Now I just want you to understand the power of this for a moment. Let's just deviate. If you're a team leader and you're introducing 2 team members to your team each week, that's nearly $700 that you're earning a week. How long do you have to work to do that? Is it worth it? And remember, this is part-time. So it really is quite exciting, but it gets even better from here. Now, as a team leader, you know that you'll earn 10% on all credits purchased by everybody on your front line. But in addition to that, these people, when they introduce customers, as a team leader, you will earn 5% on all of your team members' customers when they purchase in the shopping mall or subscribe to the Music on Demand or the Smart Shopper package. Now, as your business starts to grow, you know that the team members in your team are going to want a rank advance as well. It's the way it works. So when you have a team leader on your front line while you're still a team leader, which will happen, it's the only way you can rank advance, you at that point do not earn anything on that team leader's customers because you're both earning 10%. When your second person advances to team leader, it's the same. You don't earn on their customers because you're both at the same percentage. And on the third, but remember what happens when you have 3 team leaders on your front line, you advance rank to team coordinator. So as a team coordinator, your percentage will go up and you will now earn 15% on every credit purchased by everybody on your front line, whether it's a brand new credit package or replacement credit packages. If it's happening every month or every day or once every 6 months, it doesn't matter. You're earning 15% every time. And your 15% of the bronze is $97.20 right up to $506.25. So you can see getting to team coordinator, earning that extra 5% makes a big difference. It's a big difference. But let's take a look what you'll earn on your organizational customers when you're a team coordinator. On your team members' customers, you're going to earn 10%. On your team leaders' customers, you're going to earn 5%. See, it's the difference. It's very easy to calculate because we know team leaders earn 10%. You're going to pick up the difference. But on your team members, you're picking up the extra 10% because there's no team leaders between you and them. All right. Once again, as your business starts to grow, you know that you're going to have people on your front line increasing to their rank. So you'll see we'll have team coordinators come through. Now, in the previous example, when you were a team leader and you had a team leader, you didn't earn on their customers. But getting to team coordinator gives you a generational override. This is the first rank where you start to earn on team members that are the same rank as you. So it's important that you get to team coordinator as fast as possible. We already know what it takes to get to team coordinator because we've seen that in a different training. But have a look here what happens. You're a team coordinator, you have a team coordinator on your front line. That's called your first generation team coordinator. Now, you will earn 2% on every transaction that their customers make in the shopping mall, whether it's a simple purchase in the shopping mall, whether they're subscribing to the Smart Shopper package or to the Music on Demand package. You're going to be earning these 2%. So that's pretty exciting because you're not cut out of the plan here as you start to move through. Now, ultimately, you're going to have more team coordinators on your front line, and as soon as you hit that magic number of 3 team coordinators on your front line, what happens? That's right, you advance rank to sales director. So as a sales director, your percentage increases by 5% once again. So you're now going to earn 20% on all credits purchased by everybody on your front line, whether that's new business associates buying new credit packages or existing business associates buying credit packages. It will always be 20%. Even if it's a team coordinator buying a new credit package, you'll pick up the 20%. So let's have a look now what you'll earn, and you should be able to do the math by now yourself. But let's have a look. On a bronze package, you'll earn $129.60. On a silver, you'll earn $360. And on a gold credit package, you'll earn $675. Now let's stop and think about this for a moment, because by the time you get to sales director, your business will have grown substantially. You'll probably have around 30 business associates on your front line. That's the number that you should be goaling for. Every business associate should be looking to have a minimum of 30 business associates on their front line over a period of time. And then think about that for a moment. If each one of those 30 business associates are introducing customers, that means that over a period of time, as their business and their customer base grows, they're going to be turning over credit packages. Now, I'm focusing here on sales director, but it's the same with every rank. This applies across the board. So think about that for a moment. You've got 30-odd people or 20 or 10 or whatever, it doesn't matter, on your front line, and they're all turning over credit packages. Now, you're going to be earning 20% on every credit package from everybody on your front line. So if you've got one person buying a credit package each week, that's $675. But what would happen if you had 10 buying that each week? That's 10 times that amount. But what happens, if it's once a month? Well, it's still 10 times that amount. You can do the math here and you can see how leveraging your business is really important because it increases your income exponentially. So let's take a look now at what you're going to earn on your team's customers, your organizational customers. You can once again do the math because you're going to be paid the difference between each rank and your rank. So on team members, you'll earn 15%. On your team leaders' organizational customers, you'll earn 10%. And on your team coordinators' customers, you'll earn the 5%. Now remember, it's only on shopping mall purchases or subscriptions to the Smart Shopper or the Music on Demand package, because you're earning on the credits on your front line. Okay. As your business once again starts to grow, it's inevitable that as a sales director, you will have a sales director on your front line. And in the same way that you're paid a generational commission as a team coordinator, so do you earn that as a sales director. As a sales director, your first generation sales directors, you will earn 2% on all of their customers' purchases and or subscriptions. You'll still earn the 20% when your sales directors on your front line purchase new credit packages. But it gets very exciting as a sales director because ultimately you'll have another sales director, and that could be downline from your first sales director, and odds are that that's the way it will happen when your business is first starting to build. At this point, you're not cut out. You'll earn a second generation commission. On your second generation sales director, you'll earn 1% on all of the customer, organizational customers' subscriptions and or purchases in the shopping mall here. So you can see that you've paid down 2 generations on sales directors. Now, as your team starts to advance rank, you're going to start helping more people come through to sales director. And remember, it took 5 sales directors in 5 different teams for you to advance rank to vice president. You can see here that you've actually got 6 sales directors in your team, but only 5 are in separate lines. That's what's important, and that is what will take you to vice president. Now, as a vice president, once again, your percentage will increase by 5%. So you will now earn 25% on every credit purchased by all business associates on your front line, no matter what their rank, no matter what credit package they purchase. So you can see 25% of a bronze credit package purchased by somebody on your front line whether they're just joining or replacing a credit package, is $162. 25% is $843 of a gold package. So you can start to get excited by this because, you know, like it truly is an amazing profit margin. Well, it's not an amazing profit margin, it's what Jubilee pay, and it really is very, very good. Now, we know that as a vice president, ultimately, you're going to obviously be paid on your customers, not ultimately, but immediately, going to be paid on the customers of everybody in your team. So, once again, you do the math. As a vice president, you're going to earn 20% on team members' customers. And remember, it's always the difference. A team member earns 5%, don't they? So as a vice president, you're earning 25%, so it's the difference. So you'll pick up 20% here on your team members' customers. The team leaders' customers, you'll earn the difference, which is 15%, because team leaders are earning 10%. The team coordinators, you're going to pick up 10%, because we know team coordinators are earning 15%. Can you see? It's very simple. On your sales directors' customers, you're going to pick up 5%. They're earning 20, you're earning 25, so there's the difference, that 5% override. But when it comes to your new vice presidents, we have first generation commissions, which are 2%. When you have a second generation vice president, you'll earn 2% on their customers. And when you have a third generation vice president, you'll earn 1% on the third generation. Now, this is, it really is staggeringly exciting, and it causes a lot of sleepless nights. But you know, the thing is, what you have to remember is that you don't need to remember this. It's good to know it, and it's what drives me. I know that understanding where your money comes from in a business is what will drive you, is what will push you faster to build that business, because you really understand the bottom line. And bottom line is that everybody goes into business to generate income. So if you don't know how the income's generated, how can you do it? Here's your drive. Here's the reason that you pick up 20, 30 people on your front line, because you're always going to have people coming through, which will slightly reduce your percentages, but remember that you'll always pick up the 25% on everybody on your front line. Now, we know that there's one more rank, which is senior vice president, and that the senior vice president earns 27.5%, but I'm sure that by now you can do the math. And rather than take up more time here, what I want to do is take you straight to the Jubilee Commission schedule, because I'm sure that you've looked at it in the past and really scratched your head and wondered how these percentages were broken down. Now we've just gone through it, you'll see that it's quite clear. Your percentage increases by 5% each time you advance rank. You're paid by the difference on that downline between your percentage and their rank. So now you understand how your commissions are paid on your organizational customers. I'd seriously encourage you to watch this training several times. Really get it into your head. But you know what? The reality is the fastest way to learn how this commission works is to actually go out there and build your team. As your team starts to build and you start to see those commissions appearing in your back office, it very quickly becomes apparent exactly how you're earning. Learning is one thing, but doing is a whole different ballgame, and that's really where you're going to learn faster. So my name is Sandra Kreitenberg. I'm thanking you for watching this training. I encourage you to watch it many, many times and to share it with your team. I look forward to talking to you in another training. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.